Okay, so I have a serious question for you guys, and I want to know what everybody thinks. I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment. I don't want to have recency bias or anything like that. But is this already the best celebration in Dragon Ball Legends history? Let me know in the comments down below. Note, I didn't say anniversary, I said celebration. For the record, I do think this is the best anniversary so far. I think that when you look at some of the other ones, there might be a little bit of nostalgia there, etc., which is fair. But prior to this anniversary starting, I did a video and I ranked all of them, in which you can check that out via the link down below in the description when you finish this. And the only other celebration that really has immense notoriety and people will typically point to as being super successful was the Legends Festival from 2021, which was the one that released our first ever tag character with Goku and Vegeta. So Super Saiyan Blue, if you weren't aware of which ones they were, whatever you weren't playing. So yeah, Super Saiyan Blue, Goku and Vegeta tag when they released. That was the only other one. I think this one is shaping up to be, no, I think this is probably already, that's very undefinitive, our best celebration. I want to know what all of you think. Now, I'll come back when this anniversary finishes and do a bit of a review, but for now, Part 2 of the anniversary is officially starting tonight, so stay tuned because this is a jam-packed video and stuff. I wasn't able to get to it earlier because I had just things I had to do this morning, but here we go. So first thing to announce was they are doing some fun stuff like Chance Time, blah, blah, blah. This is typical stuff, right? Ultra Space Time Rush has another mode coming. Okay, cool. That's awesome. All right, so this is where things get interesting. We got a Zenkai. It's funny he's purple because I'm not really sure what this is for, but I'm not mad at him getting a Zenkai. Anyway, well, it's not like he wasn't purple, but a purple Zenkai for a non-purple release of androids, but I'm not mad at it. Whatever. All right, so that being said, as predicted on this channel, and for the record, a lot of people have been saying it, but I had been saying this since prior to the anniversary. If you go back and watch those prediction videos, it says, hey, part 1 is Universe Survival. Part 2 is Dragon Ball Superhero. And, you know, as recently as last few days I said this, and people were still kind of in denial, but it's like, dude, Superhero is in the anniversary period. Of course they're going to drop something. So what do we have from Superhero? Drum roll, please. We have none other than your boy. Let me turn on the desktop audio. Whoops. Go easy! Go easy! Go easy! I'm too sick for that. My voice ain't there. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I don't got the juice right now.
I won.
This was actually pretty cool. I didn't think he'd be a... I'll wait for it. In case you haven't seen it.
Judge.
There it is. I didn't think he'd be a revival character or a transforming character, period. Makes sense, though. Boy has the huge, massive freaking character render you're not going to be able to see around. Great.
Is this the end?
Shenron gave me quite a bit extra.
All right, so there we go. Piccolo LF coming. I thought that he was just going to be a regular orange. I'm not really mad at getting another Power Awakening Piccolo, but it's just kind of funny that, you know, there's another one already. Anyway, so here's the fun thing. This was midway through the video, and if you paid attention to the Android drop, the next drop probably isn't a huge surprise to you, but here's a fun thing. Hit the thumbs up if you thought this was it and you clicked off. I saw about 3,000 people drop off several times in this stream, and hit that thumbs down. No, other way around. Thumbs down if you dropped off, thumbs up if you stayed on. Hit the thumbs down if you dropped off. Anyway. Yeah, so what happens is they always do this. Well, not always, but most of the time they do this thing where they tease, oh, yeah, that's it. Wait a minute. Sorry, there's more. And Toshi was particularly trying, meticulously, I said them both together. He was particularly meticulously trying to bait your boy. Yours truly. He was trying to get me twice in this video. I felt attacked. Why? If you haven't seen it, look up my 2-year anniversary reveal stream. Just look it up. I was on with like Truth and Goresh and Riot, and we were all reacting live, and I'm like, wait, that's it? And the chat's going crazy. No. He tried to get me twice because he was like, oh yeah, we're done. And then at the end they pop up, just kidding, psych, there's more. We'll show this in a second. Before the record, he does that again. After this, he's like, oh yeah, we're done. I promise, that's all of it. And then there's another goddamn trailer at the end. Boy, it was trying real hard to get me, but Toji, if you're listening, I know you are. Just know you'll never get me again. That was a one-time thing. Anyway, so yeah, you kind of already saw it, but we got Magenta coming alongside Cell Max. We'll go over the kits in a second as well, guys.
And this, prepare yourself. For ultimate power. Right now, destroy them, Cell Max.
We're the greatest superheroes!
Try again. You've had your fun.
Gotcha! Fire!
You'll have to contend with me.
I'm not the same as I was before.
Ready?
You? Eat that! I got this fire!
Number two. Don't do it!
What is the time?
Number two! Crap!
God, man. I tried to be quiet. I couldn't help it. This one looks so good.
Number two! You did great, number two.
That scene just gives me chills, man. I like Piccolo and all, but damn, they went all out for the Gammas. God, you know what it is? It's because there's so much more material because they have that moment with Gamma 2 that they can pull from with Orange Piccolo, because they purposely went out of their way not to do anything, apparently, with his giant, apparently. I don't see any animation for that. Maybe they use it in like some chibi form. I guess it's not really chibi, but you get my point. His normal size form. Anyway, there's nothing to do with Orange Piccolo. So anyway, I'm not going to play the video for this again, but the third time is at the very end. There's the tease here for Shallot. Well, not a tease. An actual official announcement of the release date for Super Saiyan Blue Shallot. For some people, this is easily the most hype thing in here, but this is also not a surprise because the story flat out told us. A few days ago, I did a video on it. The story flat out told us this was coming. So this is coming in a week. So it's not happening today. It's coming next week. So stay tuned for that. So anyway, there's no word on his kit or anything like that. It'll come later. Maybe it'll just come whenever it's out. But anyway, so Magenta. I know at least one person in particular, my boy Dante, always watching all my videos. He was really against the idea of Magenta being basically Tapion again. So Tapion came out last year. Magenta's coming out a year to the day basically later, and he's gonna have that when defeated effect trigger the animation like Tapion did with Hirudegarn, and he's doing it with Cell Max. And the reason why this is happening is because Magenta's the one that literally brings Cell Max out, right? So he's the only character that fits that criteria. They're not going to put Hito in, who was directly opposed to doing this. They're not going to put the Gammas and make Cell Max a, you know what I'm saying? Like it had to be Magenta. Anyway, whatever. Which one? The word is Magenta, but I've been saying Genta, so I'm going to keep saying Genta. Anyway. So so it is what it is. And then also they've shown with Hirudegarn and with Grade 8 Vegeta to a lesser extent that they're not going to shrink these character models to playable sizes. So that means that characters like Cell Max are just forever going to be restricted like this. Maybe they'll do what I thought they would do a couple years ago and make them some sort of like world boss or something for raids or something. I don't know, but it doesn't look like they'll ever be playable in a normal fashion. So that being said, with them being handicapped basically, this is cool. It's cool to see Cell Max actually being a part of the game, because they could easily just not did anything ever for him, right? So I had always said, I don't know what they'll do with him or when they'll do with him. Then Tapion pops up and it's like, oh, well, they could do this for all the giant form characters. And well, here you go. So Cell Max, technically here, but technically not, because you don't do anything with Cell Max. But it's nice to see this mechanic getting its second character. They just completely ignored that mechanic after they released it with Tapion. So, okay. I know you guys have been waiting. Let's talk about the kits. I haven't gone over them, so you guys will see my live reactions to this. Like I said, I had to take my kids to school this morning. I just was running around. So, first thing to note is these are two separate banners. Gohan and Piccolo are going to be on each one. And then also what's happening on these other banners too is this purple Piccolo will be with the orange Piccolo. Pan will be on the banner with the Gammas and Cell Max. Beast Gohan will be on both banners. So yeah, if you guys are looking for Beast Gohan, as I had been saying, it's time for him to come back, and he is coming back. You know, you look back at my little thumbnail from the other day, and we got basically everything right, except for transforming Gohan. I'm kind of surprised. I figured it would be base Gohan with the glasses. I thought he would go Super Saiyan though, so I guess they just kind of omitted that. So anyway, let's take a look at what the base Gohan does. So my first thought was, he's a red support character from this movie again. Like, dude, we just got Pan. Like, I was really surprised at that. And it's also funny because, like, if you want to use them together, it's like they went out of their way to make it clunky to use them together. All right, let's see. Special move damage inflicted by movies and Sun Family and Hybrid. Double attack up as well. Unique abilities. I don't know why they don't at least show the main here. Anyway, applies the following effects itself upon landing a strike or blast arts hit. Activates one time. He draws a draws a blue card and gets key. And plus 30% to the next blue card damage. And it resets when he switches. Oh, that's pretty awesome. So he's always going to have at least one time while he's out there, because that one time will reset, so when he switches back in later on, he'll get that again. When he lands a strike or blast, he just draws a free blue card. So he'll always be able to end his combo with the blue card. That's actually really, really strong. That's a really strong effect. Okay. There's a lot of utility to that effect. Like, if you try to, like, you know, cover change, or he knows you know the player that your versus can cover change, you could just throw the blue and not have to worry about dropping the combo or different things. Maybe he'll have nullification, but there's a lot of utility in that. You could switch and use the blue with somebody else. Applies the following effects itself according to the number of times this character has been on the battlefield. By the way, a quick note: what if this guy? They're not showing his blue card here. What if his blue card has some crazy effect? I bet it does have some awesome effect on it. It probably is going to be like a damage inflicted buff for himself and allies or something different. So my voice is almost gone. I'm like halfway sick. All right. Applies following effects itself according to the number of times this character has been on the battlefield. The first time he gets damaged. Second time and onward, he restores health. Third time, he increases his draw speed, which cannot be canceled. So he's going to constantly be healing. Okay. The following effects occur when he switches out. Restores allies key plus damage plus health restoration. Seals enemies strike arts. Okay. The sealed arts can't be used for 3 counts. Okay. I like it a lot. And, oh, they do show the main ability over here. It's just that they don't show the cards. Why is it out of order, dude? Why is it all the way back here on page 3? Anyways, restores own health by 20%. Restores Sun Family and movie characters' health. Shortens ally sub count by 10? Good Lord. Okay. And then does 3 different debuffs. Okay. Plus 10% damage inflicted every time an allied movies or Sun Family is hit with an arts attack, up to 50%. So he seems like he's going to try to be more offensively inclined of a support character than Pan was. Just to be completely frank, on the surface, it looks like Pan's better, and it's really not close. Just from what I can see here. I need to see the rest of them. But from what I can see here, it doesn't look like it's close. But that's fine. I don't really care. Anyway, that blue card, though, that blue card effect he has is pretty awesome. But, like, Pan doing arts power debuffs and just all the shenanigans she does is just too much. Anyway, Piccolo here. Oh, so by the way, I was saying Piccolo would be either green or yellow. So I thought green made a lot of sense. I thought equal amount for both of them. I thought yellow was probably a little bit more likely because Beast Gohan being blue, but I don't mind this either. The thing about Piccolo being green was I wasn't talking about it from the perspective of the regen team, which this is perfect for regen. I was talking about it from the perspective of movies, which needs both those. And again, this movie in and of itself, but there is a yellow character here too. So anyway, so regen getting a green is pretty awesome, especially with him being melee. Pretty awesome. All right, plus 30% damage. Also another blast attack. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Applies the following effects itself from the battle start until transformation. Plus 40% damage, reduces damage received, and increases card draw speed. He's a melee type, by the way. Yeah, is this like our first melee Piccolo? I feel like they're all like defense or ranged. Seriously, somebody check that. Oh, they're actually showing his special arts. Okay. Increases draw speed by 1 level for 5 counts. They show Gohan special arts in before they did. Applies attribute upgrade, shorten sub count by 3 to self. That's actually really strong if you're using it with the red Gohan. This guy's going to switch pretty easily with red Gohan. It just instant switches. Has the special cover change against strike arts, combos into blues. He has a revive with 100% health. Oh. Oh. Is he the first one? Maybe does Frieza go 100? I don't think Gohan does. Does Frieza go 100? Is he like the first one? I don't remember Goku either, to be fair. Anyway, 100 is very, very cracked, bro. Very cracked. All right. Nullify. I feel like Cell does too. God dang it. Nullifies abnormal conditions for paralysis. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for sustained damage for 5 counts. Every time an enemy uses a strike, blast, or any blue cards. Okay, yeah, cute. Attacks while this character's on the battlefield. Activates once and resets when he switches. Charges own unique gauge every time when hit with an enemy's attack while this character is on the battlefield. The following effects activate when the gauge is full. Restores health, plus blue card damage, minus blue card cost. Goes neutral for 15 counts, not just for damage sustained, but just in general. That's really good. Cancels his conditions. Destroys all of your enemy's cards. Reduces enemy's ki. Reduces enemy's Dragon Balls by 1, and seals all enemies' main abilities. Oh, okay. Okay. So the funny thing about Piccolo is he's a revive character that comes back with a freaking gauge. That's pretty awesome. Seeing the old and new effects kind of blending together there. Applies attribute upgrade, shorten sub count by 2 to self. Can't be canceled. Yeah, this guy's gonna be. This guy with red Gohan's gonna be pretty crazy. It's a one-time thing, but he's gonna be switching pretty often anyway. Applies buff effect to nullify special actions that take place when changing cover on the main ability. His main doesn't do anything else. Where's the blue card draw? Maybe the healing. There's some stuff omitted here. There's no way his main is just 2 lines. No way. There's some stuff missing here. It doesn't make any sense. It's not like that's bad. It's just not great. It's just okay. For a short period of time, counter will activate upon enemy's melee tap. Oh, so his green card is a strike counter. Okay, cool. Applies the following effects itself when the counter activates. Draws a strike next and nullifies cover changes. Perfect. That's what you need it. It's mandatory. You need it. So he has 2 of them. Very rarely does a character get 2 of them. And anytime I see a character get 2 of them, I always look back at LF Vegito Blue Zenkai and wonder why they just didn't. The way I like broke it down was, hey, he already has that effect in his ultimate. It's on the main or the ultimate? On the ultimate, right? And I was like, oh, I guess that's why they didn't put it on his green. But I see characters popping up with 2 of them, and it's like, okay, well, clearly characters can have it in multiple places. So that's just an element of power creep, dude. All right, so Piccolo looks pretty awesome, but I need to see more from Piccolo and Gohan. This is just the part of them omitting stuff from the kits, not showing all of what the character can do. I understand that because they don't want to make it 10 slides because they really do have novels there. But yeah, it's kind of tough to tell. All right, so he's got the Android tag. Oh, he is an Android. He's been modified. I guess. I never thought about it that way. Okay, Android's got 2 new characters. I didn't think about it that way. All right. I mean, you could technically say it's for Cell, but if it's for Cell, there would also be regen, right? So it's not for Cell. It's for him himself. It's literally just Magenta. Cell doesn't really exist, right? Okay. Applies the following effects to allied tag, powerful opponent, android, or green characters according to the number of counts elapsed from the battle starts. Plus damage. Okay. Also applies the following effects to allied, powerful opponent, android, or green. If he's defeated, he'll restore health. So a support character. Oh, yeah, he is a support type. Okay, as I say, so he's just a support character. And by the way, the healing one was pretty awesome for when he's defeated because he has effects that you want to activate when he's defeated. My only worry is that he won't be able to live 80 counts. Getting the 40 count stuff is good. By the way, quick thing, unless there's stuff I'm missing that they're not showing here, the way this reads is that if he dies like early, you're not getting anything. You didn't last long enough to get the damage. You didn't last long enough to heal. So like he's not giving you anything. And you know bros be throwing rushes super early. So I am not. That's kind of sketch, man. All right, let's look at slide 2. Applies nullifies special cover changes on his green card. Yeah, there's no way these main abilities are just 2 lines, bro. I mean, this one might, I guess. His green card gives him nullify endurance for 10 counts on all attacks. That's actually stupid broken. That's actually stupid broken. Is he the first character in the game that can do this? On his green card and for 10 counts. I can't think of another one. Let me know. That's stupid broken. Okay. Now, the thing is, there's not a lot of endurance characters in circulation anyway. But still, when you're versus them, that's stupid broken. Anyway, plus 50% of damage inflicted for 60 counts, and then increases draw speed for 60 counts. This guy's got some funny stuff. A lot of his stuff is like long count stuff, like his buffs, like 60 counts, 60 counts, and then his restrictions, waiting 40 counts, waiting 80 counts. This guy's just all over the place. Major explode damage. Major damage? Okay. Oh, okay. This is the I was gonna say this isn't his blue card, this is the cell. Okay. Major explode damage to the enemy when this character is defeated if there's a remaining battle member. In addition, the damage inflicted will be dealt to members on standby. Okay, so yeah, it's the same. He's basically just Tapion. Just looks like he's worse, but I can't see his card, so I don't want to criticize. Okay, so Gamma 1 and 2. Dual LFs. Love it. I wish they were on one banner, but I understand why they're not. Okay, blast-based character, ranged element, okay, or range typing. Yellow element. So like I said, there was a yellow here, so this team needed it. The superhero movie representation team needed a yellow. Knock enemy back to long range of covers performed against... Oh, crap. This is a tag. They're going to have a dumb long kit. Okay. Gamma 1 knocks back if it's performed against their blast arts, combos, and the blues. Gamma 2 nullifies enemy's attack if a cover is performed against their blast. So they both have special cover changes. Except stupid Gamma 2 has the kind like Ultra Super Saiyan Goku is the way I'm reading this. Where he doesn't get to knock back, it just resets you back. Like Yellow Broly, like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Those ones kind of suck. Having it is good, but just I hate that you can't combo. It's funny that Gamma 1 can. Interesting. Applies falling effects to enemy when using special cover change. Destroy all of your enemy's cards. Oh, that's fun. So when you use a special cover change, you destroy all of your enemy's cards. By the way, it's when using special cover change only, so not on just natural switches. By the way, if they use a strike, you're not getting this. You get to do the debuff of draw speed. Okay. So a fun interaction. So this is the way I'm reading this. By the way, this is Gamma 2 exclusive. So here's the negatives to having this stuff down here. Is you may destroy, for one, you have to land the special cover change, right? And in which case, that's going to reset you to neutral no matter what, right? That's what's going to happen if you land it. You may destroy a valuable card. The draw speed debuff for 5 counts. Maybe they can't do much, but you'll be at neutral. It's not like you're going to have priority and going at them. They can get that right back. You may get a valuable card, like I said, which is a situation. Another thing, too, is if they have nullify special cover change and you would otherwise have gotten it, I need to see the interaction, but I think that this wouldn't activate because you got nullified. But actually, you know what? It might still activate. That might be okay. So if this does still activate, that's a fail safe then. If it's versus a character, then this actually is stupid broken if it does activate. That means that if you're versus a character that would take your special cover change away from you, you would just end their combo. So, okay, the way I was reading it was that you would get nullified. But I think this is a separate effect because it's literally listed as a separate effect. So I'll find this out instantly whenever we see this character. And if it still activates, that's super broken. I assume that that's the way it's designed because the other way just doesn't make any sense. Okay. Yeah, that's an instant failsafe. That's really strong. Okay. Green card for Gamma 1. Draws a blue card. 1 time. Restores health and ki. Reduces enemy's ki. Okay. These guys are doing mostly the same stuff here. Yeah. Seals greens. Sealed can't be used for 10 counts and does a debuff of plus 20%. So this is just a neutral green card. Okay. So The only thing he's really doing here is sealing. I mean, the debuff is cool. I'm not mad at the debuff. The rest of that stuff's kind of whatever. The healing is okay. The rest of the stuff's just kind of whatever. In the blue card. So does the blue card? It doesn't say it resets when you switch. So is it just a one-time only in the entire match per side thing? By the way, they're a tag character that doesn't do counter color like the blue duo does or anything like that. They're just 2 yellow characters, not reverse element. By the way, I didn't mention that. Draws a blue, restores health and ki, plus damage, reduce ki, cancels enemies' attribute upgrades. I assume their blue's going to be really good. It's their freaking LF. But I'm not really blown away by these greens. The greens are nothing special to me. That's all right, though. Okay, switch ability. Gamma 2 enters. Preparation mode if the gauge is full. So they've got the second prep mode. Okay. The following effects occur and own unique gauge gradually decreases while its characters on the battlefield. Restores health, shortens sub count for your allies, and reduces enemies' Dragon Balls. The following effects also occur if there's a defeated battle member. Restores health, goes neutral for damage cut for 30 counts, and reduces Dragon Balls again. I love the preparation mode effects where they're like, yeah, sorry, buddy, you're not doing any damage to us. and we're going to take your rushes or your switches away from you. Oh, man. So, okay. Gamma 1 will be controlled. Yeah, if his character is sealed, it will be canceled and no unique gauge will disappear. Freaking Broshi, man. All right. Activates Core Breaker, which targets the entire field once own gauge reaches 0. Applies the following effects itself upon activation and deals supreme impact damage. My God. Tag switches, restores health, plus damage, restores vanish, nullifies unfavorables, nullifies endurance as well. Okay. Half of the damage inflicted will also be dealt to enemy members on standby. Okay. Now they don't typically do half, do they? I'd have to go back and look at Goku and Frieza, or Goku and Vegeta. I don't think these types of effects typically that hit all enemies typically do half. That's why it's in yellow. I think they typically do a portion, which we saw that with Cell Max. He had an AoE hitting effect too. In addition, damage inflicted will also be dealt to. Okay, well it doesn't. Sometimes it says a portion. This one isn't saying, but that could just be them not having it. Half is a lot. All right. So the damage from this attack cannot cause enemies to be defeated. Can't be evaded. Okay, so it's just, I'm not going to go through all that, but it's just the same as Goku and Vegeta. Okay. So it's really hard to make a determination on the characters without seeing their full kits. I think all of these characters are good. I think they'll all be really good for a while. My only worry with this banner is that these characters are going to be too niche. They're cool. They're really cool. And my only worry is that they're going to be too niche, not popular enough, etc., to where you don't really see them much soon after the anniversary ends. Just like Tapion. Like same thing, same deal. Tapion was awesome, but like a month after the anniversary, he was nearly gone. I don't know. This is kind of, I don't know. In terms of the characters themselves, I think the Gammas are the best characters that we have here. But I don't want to disrespect Piccolo because I need to see more. I guess I'm the least bit. I'm mostly underwhelmed by Magenta. Because he's a wonky character. They don't show anything. Like here, for example, on the unique ability at the bottom, has a special cover change against strike arts. I assume this combos into a blue, but they don't say so right there. Like they're purposely like they're being. This isn't even like them trying to hide anything. They're just being lazy with this. So like that's kind of what happened. So I can't really go much further. So anyway, what do you guys think about this? So it's going to be awesome to see these characters back, first and foremost. Excited to see the return of Beast. Hopefully you guys pull him, use the boy as much as you can. But again, like I said in the beginning, is this the best celebration in Legends history? I totally forgot to turn my background music back on. I did not intend to do this whole video without background music. Was this the best celebration, or is this the best celebration in Legends history? Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I've got to go because my voice is done.